you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Let's close out the weekend with what should be a good one on Monday Night Primetime between the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
Let the postseason begin. We're underway in this AFC Wildcard Weekend contest. Marvin Mims now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Hold on, son. Ready. My name is...
They run it. Here's Ajay Harvey. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Second and 10. Need something positive here.
Away.
Nix from the gun. Looking slant route, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
It's a third down, give to Harvey. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
15 yards. And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Captain. Joe.
Going to the ground again on first. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that's way too much risk for that reward.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Away. Hold on, son. Armors. Away. Hey, Sean, let's go. To the right, yep.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Shotgun handoff to Harvey. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Former first rounder Devin Bush making the play. Working quickly here.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
2nd down, give to Harvey. And he gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5. Offense in the hurry up here.
38-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Captain. Joe. Away. Bombers.
On 3rd and 2, here's Nix. And this opening drive is headed for 4th down. That's incomplete. Defender there to knock it away. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Going for it with Harvey. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10.
19 tight. Mustang 60, 79.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. That's caught. Here's Quinshawn Judkins. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
To the right and pulled in by Judy. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Here we go. Track action, cut my team, go.
Sanders going to throw on 4th. That is caught. He's got Lamb. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. That's going to be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock. That keeps this drive moving.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Ready?
From the gun, Judkins. Giving 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. Nice little gain on the ground.
79.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. He rocks that tackler. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
1st and goal. They're hoping for an opening drive touchdown. Line up the design keeper. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the 1st. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll get you back to Mile High after this.
On the set.
Ready to go with the 2nd quarter. And it's the Browns with it inside the red zone.
70 Timberwolves. Hawk 70. Hawk. Ready.
Design quarterback run here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. And dose of the hurry up here. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Only need 1 more yard on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal.
Let go.
All movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. So the false start makes this a far tougher call now. 3rd and 6.
Back. Cook 7's up. Panther up. Warriors 17.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
19 tight.
Offense in the hurry up here.
Cut 19. 19 right.
They'll go. It's Sanders. And he will have the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns get the game's first points here in the second. So the first lead of our game goes to our visitors, Brock, and I know it is very early, but tough not to have that word upset at least start to creep into your mind just a bit.
You go into someone else's building in the playoffs, this place has been juice. They have been so hyped to get to this game. Yeah, and the odds certainly in the home team's favor, but you go out and score, touchdown in the opening drive, level it a whole bunch.
Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a great run back has the offense just a touch shy midfield to start this drive.
When you get contributions like that, how do you kick off returner? It is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. First play in the drive. Here's Harvey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Fits it through the middle. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos start to fight back with their first points in this game. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. To return, Jerome Ford. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. He powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
To the air, Sanders. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
60,
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up. That can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
19, 18.
They're going for this. He connects downfield. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down. They pulled off the conversion. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Here's Sanders now. He puts some juice on it deep. It is caught at the 20. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were.
It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take a second quarter lead.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now Prager on to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Give up the middle to Harvey. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Sean, let's go! To the right, yeah.
The Broncos had their eye on that play clock, and before it expires, they call a timeout. They're down to their final one in this half. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Pressure coming for Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. It's Harvey straight ahead. He'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
Tried setting up the screen, but this is intercepted. And he's into the end zone. Cleveland with a pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right, getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make the pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Loading up on the left. It's going to be trips to that side. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the air. Nicks after the pick. Gets it downfield. On target to Sutton. And finally they get to him and send him out as this gets all the way into enemy territory. They get 40 on the big hitter. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More for Mile High in just a moment. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Nicks looking to throw. Downfield to Warren, he's got it. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Harvey will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Let's see what they want to do here. It's 2nd and inches.
Ready. Motion. He's moving. He's moving, boys. Moving. Away. Bombers. Away.
Here's a look for Nicks. And he's going to be taken down as this defense shows some backbone. Great stand to get him at the 2. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Harvey. And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos making a 1-score game before halftime. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Ford on the return. This makes it up to the 25. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18.
Sanders back to throw. On target here to Njoku. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Sanders going to throw here on 1st. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
Finds him over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
18 Cardinal.
first down.
19, cut 19.
To the air on first down. Sanders.
First down.
Down the field, he's got Lamb. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Shotgun handoff here for Judkins. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. He gets him 9 on the ground. A good pickup and a second down.
Get some credit to this offense. They almost got it done on just one play running the ball in. I got to be honest, the first down run often leads to second down pass, but I don't think so now. Now you push that pile, go finish this drive.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. And he's across. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns will add to their lead at the end of the half.
Touchdown.
Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns double their lead to 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
At their own 20-yard line.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. Connects on the crosser. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. And with the clock just about to strike 0, we get a timeout. 1 second to go in our half.
And we all like to see tick on. So bring yourself over here, bro. And let me see you get low. If you want this, do it now. Take it to the floor. If you want to act, you can keep yourself where you at.
Wow, they must really trusted this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Online, but not enough juice to it. That one falls short. It's no good. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. Here's Ford on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes first and 10.
Come on. Hit. 18, 5 here.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Benjamin Morrison comes up with it. And into the end zone he goes. A pick 6 for Denver. You get a pick 6. You get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple? That's a cake.
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Here's Ford on the return. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. Starting out trips right here. First and 10.
17. Here we go. Set. 70.
To throw now is Sanders. Completed to his running back. he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or dude shredding a defense just like that.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. From the red zone on first. Throws caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a 13-point lead. David Njoku, the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got first and 10. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. Giving this to Harvey. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
33-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Nix from the gun. The Browns get there and take him down. Offensive line fast.
A 7-yard loss brings up third down.
On third down, here's Nix. Drops it down, Harvey. He's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in. Working quickly here.
That's good for our Broncos. First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, it's Nix. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up second down.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Caught quickly on the slant. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
Down by Alex Wright. The tackle made back at his own 49.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. You know, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
Third and long. They're going to throw. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Looks like this is the moment they're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on fourth. Throwing again. Here's Nix. And they don't get the catch they need there. That man was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Here's Judkins on first down. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns keep their drive alive and reach pay dirt one play later.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns stretch their lead to 21. Now Prager on to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Nix to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Nix. He throws a bullet to the center of the... He's got it inside the 25. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Goes first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Bombers.
Looking inside the red zone.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Almost set. 37. Go.
Now Nix. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos shrinking the lead some in the third. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And it'll tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's Ford on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Judkins up the middle. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Come on. Hey, got it, Second 19. Knocked it.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Pumping this one off to Judkins. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield and just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, or break off the first down.
Judkins running between the tackles. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brandon Jones after the stop.
He was brought down by Brandon Jones. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the Broncos' 43-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
One quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It's Browns football. They just need to close this quarter out, and they're on to the next round.
On the jump.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Let's go. Panther in the top night.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Hits his running back. And they get this down to the 28. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Browns first down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
Ready? 18.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Here we go. 19. Crap, Buffalo 18.
To the air, Sanders. Throw right side, caught by Njoku. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
And he's able to get this down to the 13.
There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or with big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Sanders setting the pass. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns making a 3-score game in the fourth. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Browns stretch their lead to 21. Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Nix. Pressure coming, and he's taken down. The Browns got him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
On the play, brings up second down.
Nix now to throw. Downfield to Warren. He's got it. He's taken down just a couple yards shy of the 40. It's a 29-yard gain. And it's going to be first down, Denver. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Offense isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. Trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Third and long for him here. Into a ton of traffic.